Good morning, all. Today, we are here for the session Opportunities for Students and Faculties, Early Stage Entrepreneurs. With us, we have Ms. Sesha Namdev. She is an entrepreneur and MD from Prakhar Software Solutions, and also she's the founder of Software Solutions. A brief introduction about her is she's an engineering graduate with 17 years of experience of corporate, and her mission is to help students and working professionals living in a professional life of fulfillment. We welcome you, ma'am, for today's session and hope your learning or your experience will definitely helpful for our students. Welcome you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Mona, for the warm welcome. And I'm really excited to be a part of this session today. Thank you so much, IIMT and IIC, for giving me this opportunity to speak to the bright minds. Mona, shall we wait for some more time or like because only two people are there?
Actually,
What do you think?
As you wish. Actually, we are continuously chasing the students to join the session. Can we start, and accordingly they'll join the session?
Okay, because this session is basically for the students and I want them to attend. Okay, Ritik, Sahil, can you switch on your video so that we can, because it's a very interactive session. It is not something कि मैं आपको बोलती जाऊंगी और आप मुझे सुनेंगे. I need your inputs as well.
Yes, ma'am, I'm listening right now.
Sahil,
Okay.
just switch on your video, ma'am is asking.
If possible, you can switch on your video.
Yes, ma'am, I'm in the bus, I'm doing traveling, that's right.
Okay, no problem.
Yes, ma'am.
So, first of all, I wanted to like ask you guys question. Ki, have you ever liked a girl?
Yes, ma'am.
We plan like yeah, right? So, did you propose a girl?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So when you proposed the girl, did you do all kind of research and you know?
No, ma'am.
कुछ भी नहीं किया, directly बस propose कर दिया.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So my dear friends, what I wanted to tell you right now is, if you're looking for a job, then it is going to be just like an arranged marriage. And if you are going for the entrepreneurship, it is just like a love marriage, where you like a girl, उसके पीछे आपका पैशन होता है, जुनून. So the most important factor which is required to get into the entrepreneurship is junoon, passion. If you are really, like something to do, if you want to make change in the world, that would be the only thing which can make you an entrepreneur, right? So जैसे हम I would use the analogy of proposing a girl, so that ये आप लोग के लिए एक memorable analogy होगी, so that you can correlate with it very easily. When you like somebody, what actually happens? You found that in your class there is a very beautiful girl. Behind her there would be multiple people, right? Like many boys would be there who would be liking that girl. Then what actually happens? We do the market research. We identify like what exactly the girl is requiring. We identify whether she would be fit for me or not, right? आप उसके फैमिली को भी थोड़ा सा रिसर्च करते हो, आप अपने आप को रिसर्च करते हो कि मैं उसके लायक हूँ कि नहीं, मेरे मार्क्स कैसे हैं, मेरा बैकग्राउंड कैसा है, मेरी फैमिली कैसी है, राइट? बिकॉज कभी आपको अगर आपकी फैमिली ने सपोर्ट नहीं किया तो यू हैव टू गो देयर टू द गर्ल्स फैमिली एंड यू नीड टू डिस्कस विद देम, विद हर पेरेंट्स, कि आपको कितना पता है अपने बारे में और उसके बारे में, राइट? यू हैव टू फ्रेम योर आंसर्स लाइक दैट. Similarly, in entrepreneurship, you must be very much confident about your own product. You must be having a lot of conviction in yourself कि जो मैं बनाने वाला हूँ, whatever problem I'm going to solve, you have to do a lot of research before starting your entrepreneurship journey. So tell me, how many of you wanted to be entrepreneur in your life? Okay, so let's see, do you have the spark or not? वो जुनून आपके अंदर है कि नहीं है? क्या आप उस लड़की को जिसको आप पसंद करते हैं, are you able to propose her? Because proposing a proposal is something like that. Proposing a girl is equivalent to proposing to a client, to capture the market, because you have to identify the market, the gap, the market analysis you have to perform before that, so that you can identify where exactly is the gap which you can fill with your innovative ideas. What you can do, you must be very much self-aware of what exactly you wanted to do with your services, or with the how you wanted to bring the change into the system. Who are your competitors? The competitor research is equally important. If you know कि आपकी क्लास की the most beautiful girl के पीछे अगर 4 लड़के पड़े हुए हैं, तो how you are best out of them, you have to demonstrate it, right? So similarly, when you get into the entrepreneurship, there are multiple things which we need to consider before going into it. First of all, your passion. Second is, if your idea, you have to validate that idea, like whether this is actually required in the market or not. You have to do a road testing of your idea. Then there are multiple steps which I'm going to present right now. So first of all, remember and just think that what is your passion? What are you good at? Am I making sense to everyone? I'm looking for some good responses, guys. Ritik, Zarina, Sahil, Utkarsh. If you are not able to switch on your videos and you are not able to unmute yourself, you can put your answers in the chat box. I need some kind of energy. You are young entrepreneurs, right?
Make the session interactive, students.
Okay, show your energy in the chat box at least. Thank you, Utkarsh. Thank you so much. I understand probably there is some network issue, or maybe you are not in the right place to attend the webinar, but no problem. No problem. So let us start. Let me share the screen first. Mona, can you please let me share the screen? Let us start with the story of a 19-year-old boy, just like of your age, maybe 1 or 2 years plus minus. So this person was very much passionate about coding. This guy was not somebody who was very outgoing, extrovert, who was not having excellent presentation skills, but he was little bit introvert and very good in coding. He just had a passion to, create good products. So he just created one product, one software, one platform where he wanted people to interact with each other. He just created a system where people can identify each other. So when he started coding and he created that system, the people were like, "Pata nahi chalega ki nahi chalega. This is not allowed. This is not legal." There were so many hindrances and the struggles he faced. People were not getting his idea of the new concept. But he was like there, determined, committed that I wanted to do that. Mujhe ye karna hai. And he has got full confidence in his idea of software, in his idea of this platform. He worked hard. He analyzed all the things, what are the factors required. He put his hard work, he put his efforts, he put his time into that, into his passion, because he wanted to go with that. Then he was able to create one big software, and he connected with the experts of the industry. He connected with the mentors. He wanted to execute his dream through. And after that, today, there are millions of users of his website. We all are using that. Can anybody guess who that person is? He has created a big platform, one of the biggest platforms, and now he is having multiple platforms for making friends reachable to each other. Can you please guess who is that person? The 19-year-old boy, just second-year-old student who created a great product which we are using nowadays. Any guesses? Any guesses, guys? Yeah, he is Mark Zuckerberg. He created Facebook when he was just 19 years old. Initially, he named it Face Marsh, But after that, he found that, he recreated it. He tested the prototypes. He gave the website to his friends to use. And when he got the feedback, then he was able to identify what were the flaws, how can I improve it. And nowadays you can see that Mark Zuckerberg is capturing, apart from Facebook, he is into the threads, he's into the WhatsApp, he's into the Instagram. So he has not stopped his innovation. He was so passionate about bringing his idea into a true reality, and now he has done that. So how many of you are having that kind of passion? Are you resonating with Mark Zuckerberg? Please write in the chat box me if you really resonate with it. Please write in the chat box me. Show your energies, guys. So show your energy in the chat box at least. Okay. So let me tell you this my story, who I am, why I am here. I am Sesha Namdev. As Mona introduced me, I am founder of Prakhar Software Solutions Private Limited. And this venture is basically an idea of me and my husband together. And we wanted to help the youth. So we are actually supporting youth in getting the jobs. We are supporting them in upskilling themselves in multiple job-oriented domains. So we are basically with a mission of empowering youth of the country. We wanted to help our government, to help our society in improving the status and the level of the youth. So we are here with a mission. So my dear friends, first of all, you have to identify what you are passionate about. What is your mission of life? Today we will see, could you be an entrepreneur? We will identify whether you have got that spark or not. And then we will see the early stages of entrepreneurship, where I would be I would walk through about the roadmap of the this thing, how you could, multiple steps you have to follow to be an entrepreneur. And then the power of resilience, which is actually very important, because entrepreneurship is just like a journey of self-discovery, where you will find a lot of hurdles. You would not be able to get success at first. Maybe you are trying multiple times. You are entrepreneurship not very fancy. It is something which is, like a love marriage, as we have discussed. Love marriage is something where you have to convince your parents, you have to convince girls' parents, you have to convince society, you have to make up your mindset. You have to be very much independent. Entrepreneurship is just like that. You have to raise fund for yourself. You have to create a solid business plan for yourself. You have to market yourself, and then you need to connect with the right person who can be your advisors, who can be your mentors and industry experts, which can help you out in upscaling your business. Am I making sense to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much, Jarina. So we have already gone through the story of the Mark Zuckerberg, and I hope he has given you enough inspiration. Being an entrepreneur isn't just about starting a business. It's not about a business, my dear friends, because you have to consider about the profitability. You have to consider about a lot of things. It's a way of looking at the world, seeing opportunities and challenges, and taking risks when others might shy away. This is a beautiful quote by Michael Bloomberg. My dear friends, entrepreneurship is identifying the market gap. It is about how you can solve the problem. If you will think about entrepreneurship is a very fancy journey, you would be having a life of luxuries, and people would be following you for your advice and all. So all these things would be happening, but it is not a cakewalk at all. Entrepreneurship is something where you have to be, very mindful about each and every step you are going to take. It is about understanding what market demand is, understanding about your values and services. You have to be more focused about the values you are going to give, about the services you are going to provide, and then you would be able to identify how you could generate money, how you could generate profit. Am I making sense to everyone? Thank you so much, guys. So first of all, we'll see, could you be an entrepreneur? Have you got the spark? जुनून है आपके अंदर? What makes entrepreneur special? What is the secret recipe? So if you are really looking into the entrepreneurship, first of all, you have to identify, are you really somebody who has have got the innovation power? Maybe, you know, I cannot say कि आपको बिल्कुल कुछ नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करना है, बट जो एग्जिस्टिंग प्रोडक्ट्स हैं मार्केट में, आर यू, और द सर्विसेज हैं, आर यू एबल टू अपग्रेड देम अप टू सर्टेन एक्सटेंट? Can you create something similar or better than the existing market? Do you have got the innovation power in you? Can you think out of the box? You know, it is not just out of the box. Basically, problem को analyze करना है. Like we have already seen, you know, lots of movies are there which are based on market की जो requirement है उसको हमें पूरा करना है. That is the basic purpose of being an entrepreneur, right? और उसके लिए आपको ये मार्केट रिसर्च करना, विजार्ड ऑफ न्यू आइडियाज, यू हैव टू कैटर ऑल द काइंड ऑफ न्यू आइडियाज, यू हैव टू बी वेरी मच ओपन टू लर्न एंड ओपन टू एक्सेप्ट थिंग्स, राइट? आर यू द वन? Are you the one who is having the adventure seeker? Because see, entrepreneurship is a journey. It's like a roller coaster ride, you know, sometimes up, sometimes down. It's like very sometimes you can grow exponentially, sometimes you can fall down exponentially. It is just about the time, the right decisions, about the right value system you have created, and also a lot of, you know, the good people, network of good people who can help you out in creating the right kind of mindset, right kind of business, who would be supporting you. Are you the risk taker? Because entrepreneurship is not something which can be taken, you know, just for granted कि हाँ ये हमने शुरू कर दिया काम and we would be starting a big business. It is not like that. You have to take the risk. You have to understand, you have to analyze the market. What are the new trends? What are the upcoming trends? Have you seen, like, बहुत साल पहले Kodak camera होता था, when we were child actually. At that time, there were no digital cameras. In fact, Nokia had got the you know, biggest market in the telephone, in the mobile phones. Afterwards, it stopped making it. It was not ready to bring changes in their life. Kodak ने जो है वो डिजिटल कैमरास को कॉन्सेप्ट को इग्नोर किया. नोकिया ने स्मार्टफोन्स के कॉन्सेप्ट को इग्नोर किया. सो दे वर लाइक, यू नो, उनका मार्केट डाउन हो गया एंड दे आर लाइक nowhere today. So it is very important to take risk on the new technology. You have to be a problem solver. When you know where the gap is in the market, you have to identify how can you solve the problem of the society, how can you solve the problems of people, right? And you must be having an mindset of fixing anything. Like मुझे तो यार जो दे दो मैं वो कर लूंगा. कोड में बग है, let me fix it. कुछ प्रॉब्लम है, सिस्टम में प्रॉब्लम है, हार्डवेयर में इशू आ रहा है, ओके ला खोल के देखते हैं, ट्राई करते हैं. आर यू द वन हु कैन फिक्स एनीथिंग? आप लोग को रणछोड़ दास छाछड़ याद है उस मूवी का, 3 Idiots का, कि वो लाइक हर चीज को ओपन करके देखना, you know? So you have to work on yourself, my dear friends, not just on your skills but also on your mindset कि यार मैं कुछ भी कर सकता हूँ. But again, that mindset should be based on the facts, what you have done in your past. You have to be very much self-aware as well कि जो आप कर रहे हैं वो कितना यूजफुल होने वाला है. Am I making sense to everyone? Please write in the chat box MS. So my dear friends, let us move to the early stage of entrepreneurship. First of all, you have to identify a market gap. This is most important. जैसे आप normally market में निकलते हैं, you know, like suppose आप travel कर रहे हैं. Let us see the name of this is Ritesh Agarwal. He is founder of the Oyo Rooms. He identified that there are, you know, lack of any kind of software or something like that where people have to, you know, जब हम कहीं जाते हैं, travel करते हैं, तो he found that there is a gap. People are not able to pre-plan their journeys. There are so many like, you know, accommodation के लोग को लेके बहुत ज़्यादा issues होते हैं. So he founded Oyo Rooms. So nowadays you already know that it is like, you know, गाँव में भी हर जगह आपको Oyo Rooms मिलते हैं. That is because of his vision. He was able to identify where the gap is, and then he tried through his problem solving skills कि मैं इसको कैसे fill कर सकता हूँ. So it is very important to understand where the gap is. Then the next step is road test your idea. Suppose you already know that, right? अब मुझे दिमाग में कुछ आया है, I can do that. But will it be, you need to validate it in the market. You have to check it out कि whether this idea is feasible or not. So it is also an important step of the entrepreneurship कि यार कुछ भी हमें शुरू नहीं करना है, पहले थोड़ा चेक करना है कि मार्केट में डिमांड है कि नहीं, and whether my solution will be feasible or not. Do you have any questions, Sahil?
No, ma'am.
Kindly mute yourself, Sahil.
So here is Brian Chesky. He's the founder of Airbnb. When he found that, it was very difficult for the people who are coming from, it is more or less like the Oyo Rooms story. Like they found that there is some problem when you visit a new city and you need some, some place where you can be as cozy. It can be as cozy as your home, but it should not be like in a hotel room, maybe because of the security things or something like that. So he founded Airbnb. He had tested his idea before bringing that system into a live project.
Brands, the earliest stage of India.
Sahil, kindly mute your mic. Or you have any questions, please ask.
मैम मैं अभी ज्वाइन किया हूँ.
Okay,
इसलिए
beta. Okay,
I have
you don't have any questions, just listen, just mute your mic, okay?
okay ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Then comes the first step. First step is never going to be easy, my dear friends, because first step is something that could be a failure. But always remember, सबसे पहले success नहीं मिलती है. You have to first of all get the failure. Fail fast, fail forward. This is very much important. Even everybody knows Elon Musk. Before founding Tesla and SpaceX, he founded PayPal. So there are multiple steps that you have to take to become the, to reach the height of the entrepreneurship. So it is very much important to be technology savvy. You have, because since you are engineering guys, so it would be very easy for you to keep updated yourself about the new trends, about the new technologies, right? Taking the first step is very important. Let us go back to the story of love marriage. If you like a girl, you have already researched about her family, about her background, everything, and now this is the time to propose her. Whether she will say yes or she will say no, doesn't matter, but you have to propose her, right? So it is your first step. It may be possible कि वो आपको मना कर देगी या फेल हो जाओगे, फिर दोबारा ट्राई करेंगे, right? कुछ नए आइडिया के साथ. So it is very important to understand to take the first step, but that should be very informed decision. Always remember, entrepreneurship जो decisions लेते हैं, जो risk लेते हैं, that should be very much informed. Before that, they have done a lot of research whether this step, अगर मैं ये स्टेप लेता हूँ तो इसके पीछे के consequences क्या होंगे. Am I able to bear those consequences right now? Maybe it is financial, maybe it is about the ideas, So you have to be taking the first step with very mindfulness, with very, it should be very informed decision. Then coming to tribe building. आपको पता है कि अकेला, if you want to go very far, then you should have a team. Because a solopreneurship is not a sustainable model of working. So it is very important for you to understand that you need a group of friends, a like-minded people who can help you out in creating your business, in validating your idea, in researching the market, and in definitely in promotion. Even Mark Zuckerberg needs a group of friends who were actually, using their platform prototype beta testing, उन्होंने किया था. So you also need people who can guide you, who can motivate you, because entrepreneurship is a journey जहाँ बहुत सारे fall downs भी आएंगे. At that time, what will happen? There you need people who can motivate you, who can support you, who can say, ठीक है, चल इतना हुआ है ना, let us restart it. Let us do some change on in the model. Let us see क्या कर सकते हैं, So you need good people, experts, and the mentors. For an example, this is Bhavish Patel. He is founder of Ola. He, along with his friend Ankit Bhati, he started his business. And like any other business, Ola is also not doing very good right now. But again, the things are like that. It is a journey of the roller coaster ride, kind of. So you have to face all the things. You have to be prepared. You have to be very much prepared for any kind of consequences which you are going to face in this journey. Then comes the business plan finances. आपके पास आइडिया है, Now you know, you have researched the market enough, you have tried, आपने try भी कर लिया, आपने first step ले लिया, you discussed with your friends, आपने उसको prototype testing भी कर ली. Now if you want to scale your business, or sometimes if you want to start your business, then you should be having a strong business plan, a very solid business plan, which should be having, a roadmap of your journey, how it would work, like who would be your team members. Or if you're a solopreneur, then how are you going to take all the kind of responsibilities? How would be you be marketing your product? How would you reach to the people? How will you, connect with the clients, whether it is a B2C business or the B2B business? B2B is business to business, my dear friends, and B2C is directly selling to the customer, right? So you have to identify which kind of model you wanted to opt for your business. This is very much important. And then comes the finances, which is also very, very the most important and critical part of the entrepreneurship. Agar aapko self finance karna hai, then also you have to decide your budget, like how much you can invest from your side. Otherwise, there are multiple government schemes. You can look for the angel investors who can, or you can raise fund as well. There are lots of people who are doing something for the society, and they are raising the, crowd fund. So you can also fundraise, opt for the fundraise model as well to get some capital to put on your business. Then comes the iteration and innovation. It is also very important because, as we have already discussed, if you're not very much adaptable to the new trends and the new changes in the upcoming technologies, then you would not be able to succeed. Like Mark Zuckerberg, he founded Facebook, but after some time he, he opted for the Instagram, and then he purchased a WhatsApp because it was a market demand. He founded that, yeah, to scale up, I need to go with the WhatsApp, and now the Threads. It is, competitor of the Twitter. So it is very important to analyze your competitors' growth time to time. This is secret of an entrepreneurship business, because आपको अगर survival mode में काम करना है, and if you want to work for in a sustainable mode of the business, then definitely you have to identify what are the new and upcoming things going on in my industry. You have to have a vision. You have to create a vision कि आपकी इंडस्ट्री में क्या हो रहा है और क्या हो सकता है. And always remember, if you wanted to become an entrepreneur, then always the Warren Buffett has given a very good advice. Like never put all your eggs in a single basket. So you have to always focus on कि आप अपने business को कैसे bifurcate कर सकते हैं. Like, as I know that in my company, we are working on the skill development projects. We are working with the e-governance project. We are working on the application development projects. We are working on like drone technology. We are working in the corporate gifting solutions. So you have to bifurcate and diversify your business, so that अगर आपको कभी किसी एक इंडस्ट्री में कोई प्रॉब्लम होती भी है, तो you can go for the other things.
Based system, ma'am. Elon Musk. Sorry, Mark Zuckerberg.
Right, Sahil.
Yes, ma'am.
Mark Zuckerberg, like you can see, like अगर हम अंबानीज की बात करें, Reliance की, तो they are also into the multiple businesses, right? So it is very important to understand what is the market demand and what we can do as an entrepreneur. Then comes the power of the resilience. This is Jack Ma. He is founder of the Alibaba. He is the richest man of the China. So this person has faced multiple rejections, even when you will go with your product to the sponsors and the investors, they will say कि इसमें तो यार product में दम नहीं है, इसमें ये problem है, ये बताओ, वो बताओ, how it will work, कैसे आप market capture करोगे. Have you seen the Shark Tank?
Yes.
So Shark Tank में आपने देखा है कि वो जो investors होते हैं, they have got multiple point of views. कि इसके market में demand है कि नहीं, आपकी product को भी scale कैसे करोगे. They wanted to get some shares out of your business if they're putting their money and their efforts into it, right? So you also have to be that much sharp, my dear friends. If you wanted to start some business, you have to go through all the pros and cons. कि क्या इससे फायदा हो सकता है, क्या इसमें risk है, and जो associated risk है, क्या मैं उसको ले सकता हूँ? मतलब, is it really possible for me to afford that risk right now? You have to find it out, like, आपके revenue model कैसा होना चाहिए. Profitability is the business, is the blood, like money is the blood of the business. So you have to focus on the profitability. You have to focus on the scaling up of your business. You have to focus on your market trends going on. You have to focus on your customer. So it is like, it's a big thing to do, but also you need a business plan for that. And the power of resilience is also very important because whenever you will feel rejection, आपने कोई product बनाया, you have put all your blood and sweat into that कि product बनाया बहुत अच्छा आपके हिसाब से है, आपने market research करी, पर जब market में product आया तो product fail हो गया. Then what? You have to bounce back.
मैम
हाँ जी
मैम
साहिल.
can you explain the power of resilience? What is it?
Resilience मतलब you have to bounce back. अगर आपको failure मिलता है, अगर आपको rejection मिलता है, आपने product बनाया है, आपने market में launch किया, लोगों ने पसंद नहीं किया, तो आप जो आपने रिस्क लिया है, आपको उसको लेके, आपको जब भी आप रिस्क लेते हैं, कोई आप नया प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करते हैं मार्केट में, तो पहले आपको ये देखना है कि अगर ये नहीं चला मार्केट में तो मैं क्या करूंगा, राइट? तो इसको भी आपको ध्यान रखना है. और फिर उस प्रोडक्ट को अगर लोगों ने पसंद नहीं किया तो उस प्रोडक्ट में क्या चेंजेस आप लेकर आओगे, व्हाट विल यू अपग्रेड, व्हाट विल यू चेंज इनटू दैट पर्टिकुलर प्रोडक्ट, फिर उसको आप रीलॉन्च करोगे. इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. जैसे अगर आपको मैं एग्जांपल दूं, अमेजोन ने कुछ टाइम पहले अमेजोन में बहुत ज्यादा ले ऑफ हुआ था. सो पीपल वर वंडरिंग कि अमेजोन में ले ऑफ क्यों हो रहा है, क्या हो रहा है. सो देयर आर मल्टीपल रीजंस जो ले ऑफ के होते हैं. यहाँ पे अगर आप देखोगे कि किसी भी तरीके के रिसेशन आ रहा है तो देयर आर मल्टीपल रीजंस. अमेजोन ने ड्यूरिंग द टाइम ऑफ द कोविड, अमेजोन ने फूड डिलीवरी का बिजनेस स्टार्ट किया. ओके, बट जैसे ही कोविड बंद हुआ तो फूड डिलीवरी या फिर ग्रोसरी डिलीवरी का उसका बिजनेस बहुत ज्यादा नहीं चला. दैट बिजनेस मॉडल डिडंट वर्क. सो दे गो बैक टू देयर ओन, जो हमारा उनका जो बिजनेस मॉडल था उन्होंने उस पर स्टार्ट किया. सो इट एक्चुअली हैपेंस विद एवरी बिजनेस, क्योंकि कंडीशंस के हिसाब से टाइम के अकॉर्डिंग लोगों की डिमांड्स चेंज होती हैं. तो इट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट एज एन एंटरप्रेन्योर टू थिंक अबाउट, अगर मेरा बिजनेस फेल भी होता है तो मुझे मतलब यू हैव टू हैव अ सो मच सेल्फ कॉन्फिडेंस ऑन योरसेल्फ कि किसी भी तरीके की प्रॉब्लम आएगी तो आई विल फिक्स इट, राइट? तो रीसाइलेंसेस, अगर आपको रिजेक्शन मिलता है इन्वेस्टर्स से, अगर आपको रिजेक्शन मिलता है, फेलियर मिलता है अपने बिजनेस में, देन ऑल्सो यू वुड बी हैविंग सो मच कंपोज्ड. आपको अपने डिसीजंस पे वापस से रिविजिट करना है. यू हैव टू बी वेरी मच फोकस्ड ऑन एक्सेप्टिंग द प्रॉब्लम. आपको प्रॉब्लम को देखना है. A single failure or single rejection doesn't mean that you are not the worth person. It is not like that. Okay? So आपको अपने प्रोडक्ट पे बहुत भरोसा होना चाहिए, उसको प्रॉपर तरीके से रिसर्च करके you have to bring into the market, you have to test your product properly, and then you have to focus on growth as well. Am I making sense to everyone? Am I making sense to everyone, guys? Ritik, Sahil, Zarina?
No, ma'am.
No. बताइए साहिल, क्या प्रॉब्लम है? If you have any
Come on.
doubts.
No, ma'am. Resilience में I don't have any doubt.
Okay. Any questions do you have?
Yes, ma'am. I have one question. How to make our communication skill about the ma'am resilience?
You're not very audible, साहिल. आपकी आवाज बहुत ज्यादा नहीं आ रही है मुझे.
ओके मैम, मैं मैसेज कर रहा हूँ.
अभी आ रही है, अभी आ रही है.
आ रही है मैम?
हाँ, अभी आ रही है.
How to make our communication skill strong about resilience?
आप कैन प्लीज राइट. आई थिंक बीच में चली जाती है आवाज आपकी.
मैम नेटवर्क इशू है.
इफ यू हैव एनी क्वेरीज और आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही, प्लीज चैट बॉक्स पे आप लिख दीजिए अपना क्वेश्चन. मैम विल श्योरली आंसर योर क्वेश्चन.
ओके.
So always remember, जो हमने एनालॉजी डिस्कस की थी इनिशियली, कि entrepreneurship is just like a love marriage where you have to research about the market, you have to research about the girl, you have to research about, you must have be very much confident about your own product, whatever products or services you are going to give. Always remember 3 C's. Number 1 is conviction. Conviction